Hello, chosen one. Have you ever felt like your soul was screaming, but the world stayed silent? Have you ever knelt in the darkness, clutching prayers like shattered glass, wondering if heaven forgot your name? You, chosen one, you know what it feels like to be unseen, to cry without sound, to carry burdens so heavy they collapse your spirit in secret, yet you rise anyway. There were moments when you stared at the ceiling, your heart bruised and weary, whispering, God, are you even listening? And the silence. Oh, the silence was deafening, but in that silence, you were heard. Yes, you were heard. Because the divine doesn't measure your voice by volume, but by vibration. Every tear that rolled down your cheek was a sacred offering. Every heartbreak, a seed planted in the soil of your becoming. You didn't know it then, but your soul was being carved into a temple strong enough to carry miracles. You see, the ones who are chosen are always broken first, not because they're weak, but because they're sacred. Your isolation wasn't punishment, it was preparation. That long season of being misunderstood wasn't abandonment, it was alignment. The people who left were divinely escorted out so the next chapter could begin unblocked. The world told you to be strong, but what they couldn't see was how strong you already were. Because strength isn't loud. Strength is sitting in a dark room, surrounded by doubt, yet still choosing to believe that somehow, some way, the light will find you. You were chosen not in spite of your pain, but through it. That ache in your chest, it wasn't emptiness. It was space being made for what's coming. You thought you were being emptied, but love, you were being readied. There's a sacred truth that only the broken ones know, the ones who carry their pain like armor, who walk through hell and still look up. That truth is this. Your soul remembers something the world forgot. That your story was never ordinary. Even in your suffering there was a whisper, a knowing, a soft, quiet voice that kept saying, don't give up, not yet. This is not the end of your story. You prayed with trembling hands. You begged for mercy. You pleaded for answers. And though the heavens were quiet, they were never absent. The silence wasn't rejection, it was sacred incubation. Because chosen ones are not answered immediately. They are transformed. Every sleepless night rewrote your DNA in light. Every disappointment carved your character. Every betrayal taught you discernment. You weren't being punished. You were being trained for purpose. You asked for strength, and life gave you storms. You asked for purpose, and life gave you pain. You asked for divine favor, and life gave you divine fire. To burn away everything that wasn't truly you. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it was unfair. But beloved, it was holy. This was the soil where your destiny would rise. You have carried grief with grace. You have loved through loneliness. You have walked barefoot on broken glass and called it faith. That is no small thing. That is spiritual power. So if no one has told you lately, you are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. You are a masterpiece in the making, and everything you went through, it meant something. It built something. Because now you're ready. Ready for the prayers you once thought went unanswered to show up in ways beyond imagination. Ready for the universe to reveal what it was working on behind the veil. Your soul cried in silence, yes, but your prayers were received, and they're on their way back. You didn't survive for nothing. You endured because you were meant to lead, to rise, to become. And now, beloved soul, everything you prayed for, everything you bled for, everything you were broken for, is finally finding you. And then, something shifts, not outside you, but within. At first it's subtle, a flicker, a whisper, a sense that what once hurt now holds meaning. You start noticing how the timing of your life was never random. You feel something waking up inside, ancient, wise, powerful, as if a sleeping giant within your soul is finally beginning to stir. This is no ordinary moment. This is awakening. You're starting to see it, aren't you? The betrayals. They weren't meant to destroy you. They were mirrors, showing you your worth. The delays. They weren't denials. They were divine redirections. The loneliness. It wasn't punishment. It was sacred space, clearing out distractions so you could finally hear your own soul. Everything that felt like chaos was actually coded in order. And now, for the first time in a long time, you breathe differently. You look at your life differently. You stand in the same world, but you no longer feel the same, because something ancient is waking inside of you. A memory, a truth, a destiny. You were never meant to fit in. You were made to stand out. You were never meant to blend in with the noise. Your soul was designed to carry a sound the world has never heard before. You weren't overlooked. You were hidden for a divine reason and a divine season. And now that season is changing. It's no accident that you're hearing these words. It's no coincidence that something inside you is resonating. This is your soul remembering who you truly are, why you came and what you carry. You were chosen before you were born, not by people, not by circumstances, but by purpose itself. Your gifts, your voice, your calling, they have always been there waiting for you to wake up and recognize them. This world tried to make you forget, tried to bury you under expectations, pain, fear, and false identities. But the truth can't stay hidden forever, not when it's been written in your soul since the beginning. And now, that truth is surfacing. You are not small. You are not broken. You are not late. You are eternal. You are divinely timed. You are powerful beyond understanding. This isn't a new journey you're beginning. It's the return to who you've always been, beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, beneath the noise. You are remembering the you that existed before the world told you who to be. You're remembering the you that walks with the divine. The mais, you that's been protected in storms you didn't even know were coming. The you that survived things meant to destroy you, not just to survive, but to become. The soul you carry has endured lifetimes of lessons, and in this one, it's time to rise. You are not here by accident. You are not hearing this by chance. You are in alignment with your awakening, because divine timing has finally arrived. You were never meant to shrink, to silence your truth, to dim your light. Your presence is instructional. Your being is medicine. Your purpose is revolutionary. When you remember who you are, you don't just change your life. You shift timelines. You open portals of possibility for others. You become a lighthouse in a world drowning in shadows. Yes, chosen one. This is the beginning of the remembering, the sacred remembrance of your divine identity, the holy retrieval of your soul's mission, and it's happening now, not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. Your awakening was never meant to be loud. It was meant to be sacred, like dawn breaking slowly over a silent ocean, like the first breath after a long night of holding it in, and now you breathe again. You trust again. You believe again. You are no longer sleeping on your own greatness. You are no longer denying the power that pulses in your spirit. You are rising. You are awakening. You are remembering. And as you do, the world begins to change. Because a soul that remembers who it is becomes unstoppable. Have you noticed it lately? That strange feeling that something or someone is trying to reach you. The repeated numbers on clocks and receipts. The songs that play at the exact moment you need their message. The dreams that linger longer than sleep, whispering secrets your waking mind barely understands. These are not accidents. These are sacred echoes. The universe is not silent. It never has been. It's just that for so long, your pain was louder than the whisper. But now you're beginning to hear. Your awareness is shifting. Your soul is becoming more sensitive, more tuned in, more alive to the truth that was always speaking. You're not imagining those signs. You're not crazy to feel like something divine is brushing up against your world. That's how your angels speak. In patterns, in nudges, in symbols only your soul can decode. The chills that run down your spine when you hear certain words. The gut feeling that keeps pointing you towards something or away from something. The flickering of light at just the right moment. These are divine signals, not random events, because every prayer you've ever whispered, in tears, in hope, in desperation, was heard. And not just heard, it was stored in the heart of the divine. And now, the answers are echoing back. You are walking in a space where heaven and earth are intertwining. You are existing in a sacred alignment where the unseen is speaking louder than ever. And the message is clear. You are not alone. You were never forgotten. You are being guided, step by sacred step, into everything you prayed for. You see, the universe doesn't shout. It whispers, because it trusts your soul to listen, and now you are. You're starting to trust the feelings you once dismissed. You're paying attention to the dreams that feel more real than waking life. You're realizing that delays were divine pauses, that detours were divine protections, that the silence you feared was actually sacred space preparing you for what's now arriving. Look around. Everything is aligning with your energy. The signs are increasing because your vibration is rising. The dreams that once felt so far away are suddenly feeling near. The people who drained your soul are being removed, gently but clearly. The doors you once begged to open are either swinging wide or being closed with divine finality. And every shift, every sign, every sacred echo is reminding you you are becoming who you were always meant to be. It's no longer about chasing. It's about receiving. Receiving the signs, the guidance, the love, the timing, the truth. Your angels are closer than you think. Your ancestors are proud. The heavens are leaning in because you're finally ready to hear. So the next time you see 111, 333, 777, the next time you dream of light or flying or being called by name, the next time your heart skips for no reason, know this: it's not random. It's a reply to the soul cry you once sent into the darkness, a reply to the prayer you thought was forgotten, a reply to the part of you that almost gave up. The wait is over. The signs are not the destination. They are the confirmation that the destination is closer than it's ever been. Let yourself believe it. You're not lost. You're being led. You're not disconnected. You're divinely tuned in, and every sacred echo is reminding you. You are chosen. You are guided. You are deeply, endlessly loved. You are not hearing this by accident. You didn't stumble upon these words randomly. This moment was designed, orchestrated by a divine intelligence far beyond logic, but deeply aligned with your soul. This is your call to rise. You have walked through shadows most people will never understand. You have endured pain in silence, smiled through storms, carried weights that should have broken you, but they didn't, because you were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to awaken. You see, everything you've been through, every heartbreak, delay, rejection, betrayal, it wasn't punishment. It was preparation. It was life shaping you into the vessel strong enough to carry the magnitude of your purpose. You've prayed. You've wept. You've waited. And now, the shift has begun. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet voice inside, getting louder now. The inner knowing that something powerful is unfolding. Not outside of you, but within. This is your soul, remembering its assignment. This is the divine reminding you who you've always been, not who the world tried to make you. You are a chosen one, not because you are perfect, not because you've never fallen, but because you kept getting up. And now it's time to rise, fully, boldly, unapologetically. No more shrinking. No more waiting for signs you've already received. No more doubting what your soul already knows. The universe has answered your prayer. The signs have spoken. Your energy is aligned. And what you've been calling in is already on its way. But you must step forward, not with fear, not with hesitation, but with the sacred trust that you are being led by something higher, something holy. Heaven is watching. The angels are near, the doors are opening, but they can only stay open if you walk through them. So say yes. Yes to your calling. Yes to your divine timing. Yes to the version of you that is no longer waiting, but becoming. This is not just motivation. This is spiritual confirmation. This is the final whisper before the breakthrough. Everything you've prayed for is not just finding you. It has already found you. Now it's your turn to find yourself in it. Take the step. Speak the truth. Live the purpose. Shine the light. This is your time. This is your soul's sacred rise, and all of heaven is standing still to watch you walk in your destiny. You are chosen. You are ready. Now, rise. Now listen closely. This is not the end. This is the beginning. A sacred rebirth, a divine unveiling. You are not who you used to be, and you never will be again. You are walking out of the ashes, not as the one who survived, but as the one who was always meant to rise. The battles didn't break you, they built you. The silence didn't kill you, it refined you. The delays weren't denials, they were divine alignments. You are no longer the seeker, you are the becoming. You are no longer waiting for the light. You are the light. Let the world watch as your soul remembers its fire. Let the shadows tremble because you no longer fear the dark. Let the heavens open because the chosen one has awakened. Walk now with your head lifted, with your spirit anchored, with your voice clear, steady, unstoppable. You are no longer asking if you're ready. You are ready. You are no longer hoping for signs. You are the sign. You are no longer praying for permission. Heaven has already said yes. This is your time. This is your rise. This is your roar. This is your divine becoming. So step, so shine, so speak, because the universe is watching, and your soul has waited lifetimes for this moment. Chosen one, the throne was always yours. Now sit in it.